the best of luck with all of your business ideas. I'm a little bit jealous that you've got these opportunities. I'm too old already and working in government, but I'm very jealous, but I wish you the best of luck with those. And then it made me think about the UK and the place of women at the top of different fields in the UK that I want to say a little word about. Now, in the Foreign Office that I work for, we're always told to list things in threes, because your audience can normally remember 3 points. And that worked quite well for me today. I thought we've had 3 very famous and powerful queens. So we had Queen Elizabeth I, who back in the 1600s, it was under Queen Elizabeth, there was a lot of the growth of the British Empire and going around the world. And then we had Queen Victoria, who in the 1800s was very important in the UK. A lot of our infrastructure was built under the leadership of Queen Victoria. And then, of course, most recently, and sadly just passed, we had Queen Elizabeth II as well. And then in politics as well, we've had 3 prime ministers. So in the 1980s, we had Margaret Thatcher, who was a very powerful, very important prime minister for the UK and made a lot of very radical changes. Some people really like her, some people not, but a very important character. Then we had Theresa May, who was very much involved in Brexit and the UK leaving the EU and had to play quite a difficult role there. And now our new Prime Minister, as of just a few weeks ago, is Liz Truss. So on politics and powerful women. And then I thought about entrepreneurs as well. And we've got lots. So I just wanted to talk very briefly about 3 of them. So the first is Anita Roddick. Now some of you may have heard of her. She's the founder of Body Shop. So Body Shop, which I've seen here in Indonesia as well, which I was surprised about, but very happily surprised to see that Body Shop is here as well. So Anita Roddick started Body Shop in 1976. She had already been very interested in animal rights and environmental issues. But she said when she started Body Shop, I assumed it was because she was interested in animal rights and environmental issues. She says it really wasn't. It was that in 1976 in the UK, the summer was incredibly hot, maybe as hot as it is in Jakarta, which for the UK is very, very hot. So everyone needed to wash more, needed to shower more. And so her company, her little company with her and her husband, realized that people would be wanting more shampoo and shower gel and soap. And they were a new startup. They didn't have any money. So they needed to do everything in their kitchen. They couldn't afford a factory to make things. They had to use their own kitchen, use their own premises. And they couldn't afford bottles to put things in, which is why they went down the recycling route. But that just shows that they were in the right place at the right time as new entrepreneurs. And she grew that company massively. By the time she sold it, in 2004, it had 77 million customers, and it was in all the different countries, including Indonesia. And then she gave all of her money away to charity. So she was in the right place at the right time, and her heart was in the right place. The second one I wanted to talk about briefly is Karen Brady. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard of her. Most people in the UK have, because she became quite famous. She was on our TVs. We have a program in the UK called The Apprentice, and you would all be very good candidates for The Apprentice, actually. But if anyone hasn't seen it, it's essentially where a group of young, budding entrepreneurs go in front of a famous businessman called Lord Alan Sugar, and they pitch their business ideas, and they go through various competitions against each other, and then eventually one of them is chosen to be his apprentice. And Karen Brady was sort of the one of the 2 assistants to Lord Sugar in terms of choosing who the new apprentice should be, who the new business partner should be. So that's why she's well known to British people, but she's a really amazing character. When she was 20, she joined an advertising company, and the owner of that advertising company was called David Sullivan. A couple of years later, a football club, Birmingham City Football Club, was going bankrupt. And Karen Brady, aged 20 or 21, she persuaded the boss of the advertising company, David Sullivan, to buy this bankrupt, or nearly bankrupt, football club, and to make her the managing director. So aged 23, she became the managing director of a football club, the first time that a woman had done it. And famously, David Sullivan, when she was trying to persuade him not only to buy the club but make her managing director, he said, "You'll have to be twice as good as a man to succeed." And she said, "That's easy." And she was right. She went on to make a success of Birmingham City Football Club, and then she went on to West Ham Football Club, where she was the vice chairman, and again made a real success of that. She was then appointed to the House of Lords. So in the UK, we have our lower and upper parliament. We have the House of Commons, and then we have the House of Lords. So she was appointed to the House of Lords in 2014, which is where she's Baroness. And there was one quote, one quote that I think is just, it really sums up a lot of what's important to all of you and to all of us. So she said, "Any board executive can forget just how many people helped them get to where they are. Those women who have got to the top need actively to ensure there's a pipeline of younger women, whether by networking or mentoring, who in turn is encouraging those below them. Women in the boardroom must not forget how many challenges and difficulties we've overcome, and we should share our coping strategies. It's critical to create opportunities to identify talented women in business and then support them to develop their confidence to aim for the boardroom. We need to look outside the corporate mainstream at female entrepreneurs and self-employed businesswomen who can interject different insights and diversity to any board." That's all of you. That's what we need. We need all of you to be both in that pipeline and then helping the next generation of female entrepreneurs reach the boardroom and reach the top of your own organizations, your own companies, and other organizations. Which brings me on to picture number 3, another budding entrepreneur. So this is my daughter, Liliana. This is Liliana, age 2. Nearly, she'll be 3 in October.
Very cute.
This is where I need all of your help, because Karen Brady was saying there's this pipeline and women need to support each other in that pipeline. You're now in that pipeline, and I wish you all the very best success with your businesses. But I need your help with the next generation of entrepreneurs. And I think that she's got what it takes to be an entrepreneur, but you'll be able to tell me afterwards. Because firstly, she's quite stubborn. And I think that's quite important. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you need to be committed, you need to not give up, and you need to keep persevering even when it's tough. So I'm sure all of you have got that, and I think Liliana has as well. Secondly, I think she's very curious. She's always wanting to explore, always wanting to find out more about everything. And I think that's another quality that you probably all have and you need to be a successful entrepreneur. So being curious, keep on learning, keep on doing these kind of courses. Make sure that you try new things. Thirdly, the third quality that Liliana has that I think will make her a good entrepreneur is that she loves talking and she loves making new friends. And that's really important because for me as a diplomat, I notice it, but even more for you as entrepreneurs. Networking, building your connections, communicating with people. You never know when those connections are going to come in useful. It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but at some point, those networks will really help you. And this is an amazing network that you've got here. Please do use it. Please do all keep in touch with each other. And as you go forward with your different businesses and do amazing things, make sure you're all helping each other. And then lastly, the quality that Liliana has, I think will help her be a good entrepreneur, is that she loves to play. And I think it's important that you need to be able to play and you need to have fun and you need to enjoy the journey that you're all on at the moment. So with that, the very best of luck with all of your businesses, the very best of luck with the rest of today and all of your study for those who are still studying, and terima kasih banyak.
If I could just have you sit for a few minutes and then we're going to take a picture. But of course, without further, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just wiping the mic. But of course, now we have a little bit of few words from our favorite lady in the room, of course, Caroline Sim. You have so many fans. More fans here.
I'm so not a public speaker, but I'll try my best. So I just want to say, wow, you guys, ladies actually.
Yeah.
Ladies look amazing in pink. Thank you so much for all being here today. I'm so excited to finally be able to see you all in person after all this time. And what a phenomenal turnout. it's been for this event. So thank you all so much for being here. Some of our alumni logos. Just want to say a huge thank you to Your Excellency Matt Downing, Deputy Head of Indonesia and Timor-Leste. Thank you so much for your encouraging words of wisdom about women and entrepreneurs, and I hope that you ladies have taken some of that in and learned from that and get some inspiration from Matt's words. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you. And I just want to say you're never too old, and I'm sure we would love to have you as our honorary bapa in our FFDS program if you want to join. So feel free to apply and go through the process. And I want to say a big thank you to the British Embassy Jakarta for hosting us today and having us in this amazing day. And what a special treat it is to be invited into the British Embassy. So thank you so much. And most importantly, I want to say a huge thank you to Oki Niki Julu, our director of the UK Indonesia Tech Hub, and a wonderful team who without them this event would not be happening. And you all know without them we would not even have our Future Females Business School program. So huge thank you to the UK Indonesia Tech Hub and the Tech Hub Network. They worked so hard to put everything together, and Dia here has helped me so much with this event, so thank you so much to Dia and Ivy, their new team member. And I just want to say how absolutely excited I am to be able to meet you all in person and see your faces and to talk to you. It's just so heartwarming to see how far you've all come, and I'm so proud, and you should all be so proud of yourselves as well. And on behalf of Future Females, I want to say a huge thank you for being part of our business school program and for showing up here today and joining us for this very special event. So thank you so much to all of you ladies. As Oki said, we have our wonderful coaches here, Hana, Cheryl, of our program, our mentors. Without them, this program would not be running at all. So thank you so much for all the support and hard work that you ladies put into the program. I'm sure everyone here is so excited to also meet you all in person. So thank you so much for coming. Since we first launched our program in 2021 March, we're now in our 6th cohort. There's cohorts 1 to 5 here today. We've graduated over 300 women. So well done for all of you. We've supported almost 400 women in total to this day. So you should all be so proud to be part of such a great community. And I'm so extremely honored to be part of this journey with you all.
It's yours.
And I cannot begin to explain how inspired I am by all of you every single day that I get to be on this journey with you. I'm so inspired by your business journeys, your motivation, your commitment to not only yourselves, but to your businesses. So thank you so much for sharing your journey with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And you should be so proud. I know I keep saying that, but you should all be so proud of how far you've come. One of the most outstanding things about our FFBS women and you in Indonesia is the ability to support each other and grow our community as women. I've seen this so immensely in all the cohorts, and especially in the planning of the event today. You've all contributed so much, you've all volunteered to help, you've all given me so much help for this event, and a special thank you to our 25 sponsors who have given up so much product for our little goodie bag, a special goodie bag. So thank you to everyone who sponsored products and items for our goodie bags. You're all amazing, and I'm so grateful to have you all. And a special shout out to Mimi and her team at Missing Voice. Our 2 other babacs in the room who are featuring the event today. So thank you so much. Don't forget to smile and say cheese to them. So this event is for you. I don't want to take up any more of your precious time. So please enjoy today. Enjoy networking and I hope some friendships and great collaborations come out of today. So thank you so much for having me and letting me be here with you. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy!
Round of applause for Caroline, the lady behind the Zoom and phone WhatsApp groups.
I promise I'll keep spamming you.
So maybe before Matt leaves this beautiful room of ladies, I think we'd like to give you a goodie bag and take a picture, but also I'd like to call our coaches to the front if that's okay. So we have Coach Aparna, Cheryl, Poonam, and Jane to come to the front, please. To take a picture. So these are the ladies that have mentored all of our alumni as well as the board. Would you like to give this to Carmen? Can I just bring this? Oh, sorry. All right, let's have a group photo quickly. Oh, wait. Caroline, which in the middle? Yeah.
Gentleman in the middle.
Oh, can you come forward, please?
Okay, best smile of the day, ladies.
All
right.
One more.
The best smile. Cheesy smile.
All right, are we done? Thank you so much. And so, another round of applause for our coaches. To have everyone squeeze together. So what's going to happen is we're going to ask you to stand in the middle, and then everyone at the back face forward, and we'll take a photo from here. Is that okay? All right, ladies, we're going to take a photo. So if you guys want to stand up and just squeeze a little bit to the middle. Okay. Stay there, stay here, where Aparna and Cheryl are. I think we're going to ask you to sit. So then everyone else can, so anyone yang di depan boleh duduk. So anyone in the front boleh duduk ya. Yeah, so anyone in the front can sit. So it looks. Someone can sit here. Who wants to sit here? Caroline, come forward.
Oh my God. Boleh.